Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to The Final Cut. So glad you could join us today as we take a look at an independent dramatic horror film that's called Violet. Now, Violet was written and directed by Samuel Vainisi, and it stars Alice Winkler as Violet Thompson, a woman who suffers a horrible night of abuse by the hands of a group of individuals, and we see how she deals with the emotional trauma from this night and how she looks to get revenge on the group of individuals that committed these heinous acts to her. Along the way, she crosses paths with an individual named Josh, who she has a connection with, and she looks at Josh as possibly an opportunity for her to get a bit of stability in her life and bring some closure to these dramatic things that happened to her. But is her drive for revenge and justice too strong that this connection with Josh just can't overcome? Well, you're going to have to watch the film to find out. A very interesting exploration into the effects on someone who has suffered a very traumatic abuse. And Samuel Vainisi pulls no punches in here in his portrayal of what happens, but at the same time, we're not talking about I spit on your grave level, but we are still talking about, just stuff that's going to make your skin crawl, and he succeeds at quite a bit, and you feel a lot of sympathy for Violet, and you need that so you can root for her when she's doing these very violent acts on these individuals who did the violent acts on her, and I really enjoyed how it was directed and the performance of Alice Winkler. I think she connects with the audience quite a bit and gives a very raw, emotional performance in here. And, the way she plays it, I just really enjoyed it. It kept me riveted to see where they were going to go with her character. Now, Jason Crow plays the Josh character, and I really enjoyed his performance. We've seen Jason Crow in a lot of indie films that we've reviewed on this show, and he does excellent in here and has great chemistry with Alice Winkler. I really enjoyed the scenes that they had together. You feel that connection between these two, and you're pulling for them. You're hoping this will work between these two so that Alice has something good happen to her after having such bad things happen to her. So it definitely takes you on an emotional roller coaster ride, and Samuel does that very well and handles this material with grace, and he does get a little to the edge and get some shocking footage in there, and it makes a statement a bit too about the dark web and extreme videos and how people are drawn to extreme videos, like the more extreme the better. I mean, he's making a statement as well on the internet and its obsession with portrayals of really graphic, violent things, and I thought that was an interesting message as well that is in this film. So it is a micro-budget film, so it does run into some of the production aesthetics that we have seen in the past. The audio, it sometimes could have been a little bit better in here, and some of the lighting in that, though most of it looks very good for the type of budget that they're shooting this film on. So I give them props there for making the most of what they had and not overdoing it. There is some blood in here. There's some, makeup effects as well, and I enjoyed those quite a bit. They do those well too, and don't use them too much, but where they need them, and I think they're very effective use there. So overall, if you like independent micro-budget films and looking for dramatic horror with some great performances, I think Violet is worth a watch. It's not a slasher film. It has many dramatic elements in here. And about the only thing I will say that maybe didn't quite jive for me was the casting for Violet's mom. And that's only because they almost look the same age. It was really kind of tough visually to buy in that this was Violet's mom. No, the performance by Ember Burns as Amelia, I thought was great. I thought her performance was really well done. It was just hard visually to, see that they look more like sisters than mom and daughter. So outside of that, I say this is definitely a solid movie that is worth your time. So there you have it, folks. If you have seen Violet, love to see your comments down below, constructive thoughts on this interesting indie dramatic horror film. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love the support. Also, check out our Patreon. We got a lot of great stuff there. Thank you once again. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.